He said he was going that 4-day retreat, right? And everyone made this whole big stink about it.
Nothing wrong with it.
He lasted 2 days. He couldn't even last 4 days. You mentally weak see.
No.
Out of here, man.
No.
You're going to cause all this shit.
Wasn't he
like,
doing...
oh, I'm going to go away on the spiritual journey, and you're,
I would do
you
shrooms.
can't even last 4
days. He goes on this island. I watched the documentary.
You tapped out.
Goes on this island.
Tapped out.
Does mushrooms.
You
and like
tapped out.
We get it.
You're a bitch. You tapped out, and then you want to pull this shit 41 years old when you didn't light the league up? You didn't light the league up. Dude, nobody cares if you come back or not. For real, for real.
Young Junk!
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 4 of Think You Know Ball. It may not be Muscle Geeks Monday, but we're here on a Thursday night, and I'm your host tonight. I'm John, joined by my co-host, Steve, and our guest for the evening is Steve's little brother, Zach Hamilton. We're live every Thursday at 8, so make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, and stay locked in with us each week. Guys, seriously, if you're watching this now or you're watching this later, just hit the like. It really helps us. It really does help us out a lot. So anyway, tonight we got a loaded show. Eagles roster decisions, possible reunions, tight end rumors, Aaron Rodgers' future, a stacked buy or sell segment, the projected 2026 Phillies lineup, Johnny on the spot, and of course, hot takes to close it out. So let's get into it. Steve, thank you for letting me take over the hosting responsibilities first.
Hey, man.
Second of all, don't you have to talk about something?
Yeah,
Do you have something that you just want to fucking get off your mind?
Yeah, I gotta get something off my chest. I think it was last week that Jalen Hurts and Michael Jordan comparison. I don't think I explained that correctly, so I just want to take a moment and explain it. What I was saying when I said they hate Jalen Hurts for the same reason why they love Michael Jordan. I'm not talking championships. I'm not talking rings. What I clearly meant was, or what I really meant was...
or talent.
Yeah. Well, it's still really premature and early in his career. But what I was really trying to get at was his demeanor, the way he carries himself and how he conducts himself in interviews. I mean, obviously, he's sponsored by Jordan. He's a Jordan athlete, and he's even got the earring like him, right? It's just the way he carries himself, the way he goes about his work, that obsession, right? Like Kobe, right? That Mamba mentality. That's all I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not comparing one's the GOAT, one isn't, right? And it's like... that's not what I was trying to say. So I just want to clear the air there. I'm not that delusional, right? I know my takes might be hot, but I'm not delusional.
Yeah, hot and wrong.
Well,
Debatable.
All right, well, speaking about the takes, first of all, Zach, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
For those of you that don't know, Zach was on our Muscle Geeks episode with Dutch, and he didn't get to talk as much because there was just so many people at the table. So I hope tonight you get a chance to talk a lot. And to give you guys a little bit of history about us, we three started working out together probably like 2-3 years ago, maybe. And it was like springtime and it was like summer and it was every night and it was constant ball busting. We trained hard, but I think your two mouths trained a little harder.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of laughing to be
Zach's
had.
mouth definitely trains the hardest.
So I'm hoping it translates over to this. And if it doesn't, we're still good buddies. So speaking of that, topic 1, Mekhi Becton reunion. So the Eagles offensive line showed some vulnerability last season. So here's the question. Would you consider bringing back a familiar face in Mekhi Becton? He's a former first-round pick, 11th overall in the 2020 draft by the Jets. He played last season with the Chargers before being released due to salary cap issues. And let's not forget, he played a key role during the 2024 Super Bowl run as a starting guard for the Birds. So, Steve, should the Eagles explore bringing back Becton, or is it time to move forward?
No, I think they should definitely look into that. I mean, last offseason when he became a free agent, I think the top 2 priorities were him and Bond. Obviously, they brought Bond back right away. I thought Mekhi Becton was going to be right behind him. Was not happy that they didn't, but at the same time, I thought because we were so deep, we had these young guys, it was their time. And then obviously this season, whether it was the play calling, the schemes, whatever it was, it just didn't work out. I know we were also banged up, but I think we would definitely consider that if the money's right. I know there are another 1 or 2 big name offensive tackles out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think we definitely need to address the line. And I mean, Mekhi Becton, why not bring back a familiar face?
Zach?
It's not a familiar face. I just feel like last year, especially, like our offensive line is solid, but they're getting older and they're getting banged up. The backups we had last year to fill in were just not there. So, I mean, having him, we know he's reliable, would not be a bad idea.
I'll tell you where I knew I didn't want him back.
You didn't want him back.
I didn't want him back. And I
Didn't,
don't
or-
want him back again.
Oh, okay.
On the after they won the Super Bowl, Jalen and help me out, Saquon
Mhm.
went on the Jimmy Fallon show,
Mhm.
and they did a little jingle, and it was all the offensive linemen. And he laughed through his part. It was live. He laughed through his part. He failed his friends. He failed on Jimmy Fallon.
I would probably laugh too if I saw
Or
you
was it?
two asses up on a stage in front of a live crowd singing.
If we watch the video back one day, watch the video back and see what a failure he was at that. He's going to fail at that. When the lights are the brightest, you're going to fail on the field.
You won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's when the lights are the brightest.
Whatever.
I mean, and I think about it too, because like you said, he is a former first-round pick back in 2020. And like, the Jets and I think the league like wrote him off, right? Like he didn't do well at all with the Jets. I mean, I don't know anyone who does.
So let me ask you, how much of that is coaching? Because we lost our historic.
Yeah, the guy that made our
Offensive line coach.
the offensive line in the NFL.
So now you got a new coach coming in.
Do we know who yet?
Yeah, he's signed already, right?
Yeah, forget who. God damn it.
Can we give it a Googs?
Terry,
It's
hit us with a
not.
Googs. Who's the new offensive line coach for the Eagles?
Because I was watching some of
I
Kelsey's
think they
podcasts
I
today.
think they promoted someone and there was like a big uproar. No?
They got an outside guy
Did they?
because it's a new offensive line coach, and I think he's also the running backs coach.
Andy's the running backs coach.
Chris Cooper.
Where was he Was he inside hire?
No, he spent 4 seasons as the offensive line coach of the Minnesota Vikings,
That's right. The guy from
And-
Minnesota.
and that's how he knows our offensive coordinator.
The Vikings offensive line sucks.
We did stats about him 2 weeks ago, Zach. They weren't that bad, bud.
But yeah, I mean, like I was saying, when the Jets drafted him, he was, a lot of expectation. Obviously, he dropped the ball over there. They released him, thought he was done. He really, reinvented himself when he came with us. I mean, I'm trying to think back to last year when we made that when we made that Super Bowl run. I don't remember a bad thing or a bad game that man played.
I remember in the beginning
was
of the
like
season, it was a
lights-
little questionable, but towards the end, it was like Stalin University. You learn the offense, and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the normal thing with like the offensive line normally is like if you don't hear from them, they're doing their
Yeah.
If you don't
Yeah.
hear, if no one's bitching about that,
Yeah, it's opposite of
solid.
like a
not
skill.
only that, but if you have a
position.
rusher rushing 2,000 yards and no one's talking about the offensive line, they're doing their job.
But you know what? Saquon did a really good job with like highlighting them almost every interview.
Yeah.
When he was talking about the run, he would always say like it's also because
Yeah,
He
the
said this
line.
2,000 yards that's not a running back award. That's an
No.
offensive
Yep.
line award.
Dude, that's
Which, yeah, obviously it's
what's
like.
he supposed to say? Like,
but
yeah,
that's
I'm the
me
greatest
being
of all
humble.
time.
But you
But
know
it's like-
what though?
Is he supposed to
It
Ricky
is.
Henderson it
But
and like
look at-
stop the game and pick
Look at
the?
him in New York, though. It's like he's the same running back, but you have a shitty offensive line and you do nothing. So it's like
Look at Barry
and-
Sanders.
different game.
That's the same exact game. It's actually the NFL.
He didn't have a terrible offensive line, but like
They were
the offensive line definitely plays a bigger part in the run game than the pass. I feel like, or is more important in the run game because you got guys like who Emmitt Smith. I mean, he was behind a Hall of Fame wall in Dallas.
I think.
And
I
if
think
you
a lot
watch his
with
highlights, you're not like
well, no, it's
They
not
don't-
true, dude.
they
'Cause he went to
don't value
Arizona and he
you.
still put up some numbers.
who.
Emmitt Smith.
Oh, when he went to Arizona, stop it.
I think there's a combination of like solid offensive line and then elite talent
He
at the
literally
running back
went there
position.
to, like-
when you really get performances like an Emmitt Smith, or it's a handshake. They both cover each other.
Yeah.
Biggest offensive line in NFL history.
Who?
Whatever.
That last year, when we won
yeah,
the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, the heaviest. But to answer your question, how much is it the coaching? I want to say 50-50, but I'm like, I don't know, 60-40?
It's definitely more.
I just wonder what the impact of having a new coach in that position, new offensive lineman, new offensive coordinator. Like Becton's not going it back, or if he does come back, he's not coming back to the same team. Everyone that he's looking at for authority or as an authoritative figure, they're all new faces except the head coach.
Yeah. I mean, I think it definitely probably plays a way bigger impact than we think, but
It does, but it's also like how much, like you can't teach size, and it's like how much can you change? Like a little bit of blocking schemes, but it's not going to change that much. You're still doing the same techniques. You're still going to be running.
yeah,
I mean, new offensive plays, but that's a different position, like position coach.
yeah, but then you think about all right. So then you say that, but then think about last year. We had the same offensive line minus, and they were not. And granted, they were banged up, but even when they were healthy, they weren't.
They weren't
So
the
I
same,
don't know if it was
agreed.
the scheme. Like I don't know what
But
happened.
it was always two people were injured. Dickerson, if he was was in the
Yeah, but we
game
were deep.
healthy, he was still injured.
Dickerson's back's about as good as mine.
That's why I mean, him.
It's a shame too, man, because he dude,
And
we
Mulata's
stole
getting
him
ready
in
to
the
retire
draft.
too.
No, he's not.
He was on a podcast over the summer saying like it was him and Dickerson being like 2 more years and like like they're.
Yeah, but I think it's Mulata just saying it like
But that's still
he's done
our
everything.
3 best linemen are like
yeah.
they're getting older, they're getting banged up. It's like we're gonna have to start looking at some young guys and coaching them up behind the scenes.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're saying bring them back?
Bring them back.
Bring them back? I'm just kidding. I want to bring them back too, but can we bring it back to the scroller, please? So guys, topic 2, secondary and tight end decisions. CJ Gardner-Johnson was recently asked about a possible return to Philadelphia and responded, "Hell yeah, tell them boys to get at me."
Mm-hmm.
How'd I do?
That was good.
Should the Eagles explore? Let me try that again. Hell yeah, tell them boys to get at me.
That was better.
Thanks, man. Should the Eagles explore a reunion with CJ? I can't, dude. I can't talk.
CJ GJ.
There you go, brother. Or would you rather prioritize bringing back Reed Blankenship? And while we're on roster chatter, there's also been some noise around the tight end position, specifically Kyle Pitts. Pitts being the 4th overall pick in 2021 by the Falcons. He's 25 years old. Last season, he had 88 catches for 928 yards and 5 TDs. Or do you bring back Dallas Goedert? Yes.
Didn't Kyle Pitts?
Goddard was a 49th overall pick in 2018. Sorry, Jack. 31 years old, entering his 9th season. He's got 60 catches last year for 591 yards and 11 touchdowns. So, Zach, if you're running the front office, is it going to be Pity City?
Well, did Pitts not just get picked up yesterday?
Oh, we did these notes a while ago.
I was gonna say, I
Who did he
think
get picked up by?
No,
I
he
forget
didn't
who.
get picked up.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Nah, I'm pretty sure you're wrong. Hey,
Can we get a Google search?
Yeah.
Do we have a second Goog of the night
I
already?
think
Pretty
so.
sure because I remember seeing this on the outline, and I thought last night I saw something about.
I mean, clearly you look at bunk sources. So
Kyle Pitts.
I'm a fan of Dallas Goedert, but I know a lot of people aren't. I know he's not the best at blocking.
yeah, he didn't get signed yet.
He didn't.
No. Again,
Well, I
your
guess.
bunk.
Steve, you watch
sources-
more probably of the league than we do. So, like, do you think Kyle Pitts is that much of an upgrade?
How's he on blocking? Because that's the biggest. Dallas Goedert, his liability is blocking. He's a great receiver, but blocking.
I would assume that they're probably about equal when it comes to blocking. I don't think Kyle Pitts' strong hand is his blocking. I think he gets the edge over.
Take my strong hand, child.
I think he has the edge over Goddard in his athletic ability. I mean, he was a first round, top 5 pick. I know he didn't, you can argue that he didn't really live up to it in Atlanta the last few seasons. I think he was also banged up, but
Towards the end of the season, he did pretty
yeah.
well.
And it's like, dude, but at the same time, unless you're like a Julio or a Roddy White, who was lighting it up out there? Like Drake London started to finally come out and like separate himself and establish himself as
In
like,
Atlanta?
yeah.
Michael Jenkins was good.
Who?
Michael Jenkins back in the day.
Michael Jenkins.
Yeah.
Who's Michael Jenkins? A receiver?
Jenkins. Yeah.
I've,
Mhm.
I've heard. Of
Julio and Roddy White were wide receivers.
Yeah, I know.
Al J. Crumpler was that tight end from back in the day, no?
These are old.
Yeah, he was. But no, but like I was
He's the
saying,
one
like
Vic Dawkins knocked
him out,
fuck
yeah.
out.
so I think it's an upgrade at the tight end position if you went with Pitts. I think there's more the athletic ability he has. I mean, he's like a receiver, like he's built like a
He's built like a big wide receiver.
he is. And I'm actually surprised that Goddard's stats were that low. Like I knew the touchdowns, he had a lot of
Yeah.
touchdowns, but I was surprised he had under 600 yards
Yeah.
receiving.
I mean, all of his catches though were like,
That's I
especially
know.
his touchdowns were like
He would have 3 touchdowns for like
15
20
and in.
yards. Yeah.
And
That's
not
true,
only
too.
that, towards the end of the season, like 4 of his touchdowns were, we're not running the tush push, we're running it like Goddard's a fake tush push,
Yeah.
flip to Goddard.
Yeah.
So those were like 2-yard gains.
So if it was up to me, I would go Pitts. But then again, it's like I say that, and then I think in my head, like, man, that might be a lot of mouths to feed between AJ. I mean, assuming AJ's back, Devontae, Saquon.
So what do you do with Calcaterra then?
Bro, I don't think you
Who
can.
gives a shit, dude?
I don't think you can ever have enough talent on a team. I think keep getting everyone else. The guy is what?
So then what's our excuse for last
Goddard's-
year then? We had all the talent in the world.
Coaching. I think it was coaching last
Mhm.
year.
Absolutely, 100,000%.
But like,
I think with Pitts, he's 25 years old, 24 years old. Goddard's
stud.
31.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm 42. I know all those ages, and I know how your body feels during the course of those ages. Let me tell you, it feels a lot better at 26.
Mhm.
Is he 26, 24?
He's 25.
you already said.
Got right. We'll call it in.
You
Call it
said-
in the
you said
middle.
He was 25.
Yeah.
and then-
Yeah.
All right. I'm just excited to be back, guys.
I mean, yeah, I would. I mean, I guess it's a good problem to have, right? If it's between those two.
Yeah.
But like I said, if I wanted to upgrade, I think it is an upgrade if you go
Do you
Kyle
think-
Pitts.
Do you think you're paying more if you're getting
Oh, yeah.
Pitts? You
I don't
have
think
to,
so.
right?
Yeah.
You would assume so.
Yeah, but I don't think
You're
you're
getting
paying
a younger, more athletic player.
Yeah, but I don't think you're like paying too much unless like Goddard just takes the home, like he understands, so he's taking like a hometown discount or something.
He's 31 in a skill position. That's his last contract.
I know. So
He's gonna go. He's
if
not
you are
giving a
paying,
discount.
I can't imagine you're paying crazy just because Pitts is. Well, I think last year was his best year receiving wise, maybe like yardage wise. I know his touchdowns were down, but and he also has that like in injury history. But
So you're saying take Pitts?
I would go Pitts.
So this topic though, part of it was like available people, but it's like, so would you rather upgrade slightly to Pitts or keep Reed Blankenship? Because he's gonna have to get paid.
Well, no, Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah, but I thought it was also like available players.
Oh, dude, that's
Whatever.
It's ChatGPT, brother. I don't.
Plenty
All
of
right.
people are available.
probably
Like,
wrong.
if you want to talk available,
But would you rather have Kyle Pitts or keep? Because CJ, I mean, I don't think he's a good player, but like, is he worth the trouble, the hassle that he might cause on the team?
I'm glad you brought that up, Zach.
Well, here we go.
Saw a video he posted. I sent it in the chat. I don't know if you guys saw it of him. I think it was a fast food joint talking
Yeah.
with his buddies,
Yeah.
and he should have told you like they asked him directly, like, "Yo, what happened with Philly? Like, what happened?" And he was like, "Don't believe everything you hear." He's like, "We were good." He goes, "The only reason why I didn't come back is strictly salary cap. They paid me too much." He's like, I went to Howie in the front office saying like, "Yo, I'll take a pay cut," but the way his contract was, he had a lot more guaranteed, so that he couldn't take a pay
So then why
cut.
did he get cut from Houston?
Oh, that could be a whole separate thing. But like, he didn't burn bridges in Philly. Like, he might have burned it in Houston, but there was no issues with him in our building.
I could see. I mean,
But the question is it if it's between him and Reed? Like, who would you want? Would you rather keep Reed or
Reed's
go him?
proven himself.
Yeah. Plus, he's one half of the.
Again, I
I
think
should have
it's
worn my exciting white shirt.
oh yeah, should
one
you?
half of the excited
Yeah.
whites. So, all right. So Zach, you're saying Pitts?
Depending on our salary cap and like if we have plenty of space,
I think we have.
then
we have lots
get
of
him.
space.
But if it's between him and like keeping some guys or maybe trading up, I don't think it's that big of an upgrade.
I think go Pitts if you got the dough.
That's right. Yeah.
Address in the draft your entire offensive line. Like, just draft offensive linemen with 1 through whatever fucking thing ends it.
You're gonna need to get a
Um,
quarterback too, because apparently Tanner McKee's being looked at.
Yeah, and Jalen sucks.
Yeah.
All right, so topic 3, Aaron Rodgers' future. So, Aaron Rodgers, who I appreciate him, is reportedly back to his off-season routine, according to new Steelers head coach Mike McCarthy. However, Rodgers still hasn't confirmed whether he plans to return for another season. So, Steve, do you believe Rodgers plays this year? And if he does he make Pittsburgh a real contender?
Do I think he plays this year? Yeah. I mean, I just can't believe he does this shit. Like, he's 40-some years old. Like, and you're just gonna let this team sit around and wait. Like, you're mediocre right now.
You need a
man.
franchise.
Like, you're,
quarterback.
like Pittsburgh.
Huge way.
Like, I wouldn't wait on him. And like, it's the same what Mike McCarthy coached him over in Green Bay.
That's my point.
So he's dealt with them.
Who brought McCarthy? Do you think Rodgers had had something to do with bringing his old coach back? I don't remember if they had a good relationship.
I think it was like I think it got weird because of this shit that he pulls. It's funny how like
What does he pull?
It's like shit like this. Like he tells you he hates the media, doesn't want to be in the spotlight. But when he's asked questions like this, it's like, but then you're just going to be a jerk off and let this team sit around and wait to see if you're going to make a decision, because your decision also affects receivers who are possibly going in free agency. It affects a lot of other people. It affects the team because what if like, all right, if you're not here, John, you're our backup plan. But like John might sign with someone else. So when do we?
What if there was already a conversation about that when they first brought him, and he'd just be like, "Yo, I don't know every year. I'm taking it year by year." What if he doesn't know? The other thing is like when he's in a Mike McCarthy offense, he flourished. He had the best point of his career.
Also,
was in a Mike McCarthy like,
huh? How much younger was he?
I mean, how much does that matter in the quarterback position?
But even up into his last year when he was pulling this shit,
it doesn't matter like a safety or a running back.
No, it
when
doesn't. But
they're
it's
older.
still going to take effect.
It will, but like guys like Brady, Manning, even Drew Brees, they're later.
Yeah, but not even like those quarterbacks, right? Like name another quarterback that pulls this shit. Like I get it if you're like a younger Aaron
Didn't Brady
Rodgers.
retire and come back?
That's different.
And won a Super Bowl.
That's different.
How's that different?
Because he was going to hang it up, and then someone like the Tampa Bay Bucks comes in and it's like, hey, are you sure you want to retire?
All right.
And they throw some money at him.
I'll give that to you.
And then he gets his boys to come back, and he looks at that roster. He's like, you know what? I can come back. It was strictly ring chasing. Yeah.
Well, Gronk retired. And
he came back.
Gronk came back.
Came back just
they all knew what they
Brady
were
was
doing.
going to be his quarterback. No, but I hope Aaron Rodgers doesn't come back. I grew up playing football and lacrosse with Will Howard, their backup. So I'm hoping he starts this.
Oh, if you stop it, dude.
So,
you think Will Howard's the answer?
Dude, if you got two first names, I already hate you.
Dude.
One and a half.
Hey, guys.
My name's Will.
Yeah. Pick a name.
Howard.
Yeah.
All I know is I want him to start.
Of course you do, dude. But no, dude, this Aaron Rodgers. You know what really grinds my gears?
What grinds your gears?
Dude, this guy a few years ago, and John, you brought this up, how he's like, I'm just going to go take, 4 days in a deprivation tank.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? I don't think Aaron Rodgers is a bad guy, just like Biff. I think Aaron Rodgers just says what's on his mind. Like every quarterback that ever talks, they speak with like such tact, right? They're like, I just got to do what's best for my team, for my players.
But that's not what's best for your team.
But Aaron Rodgers is like, no, I don't care about that. I'm going to take time.
But that's what you want as a quarterback, right? That's the mindset and the attitude you want from your quarterback. He only cares about himself. He doesn't give a shit about the team.
I didn't say that he doesn't care about anyone else. I said it in that way, but I didn't mean that.
Like if you're coming back, man. Like you really do. Maybe not like that first few weeks after the season, but like by the time the new year comes around, by the time the Super Bowl is over and you've been removed for like a month or two, like like before the draft.
You definitely know. You might, because
then if you don't know, then the answer is no.
No, dude. I think he's probably waiting to see how his body feels as he goes through the offseason.
Because you could go, I'm done. But then, like as soon as you know training camp's coming, you get that itch.
Like hard as fuck, dude. The shit they put you through. It's easier now than it used to be. But I know the quarterback's not getting the worst of it, but
anyway,
still, like I'm sure it's very like taxing.
He said he was going on that 4-day retreat, right? And everyone made this whole big stink about it.
Nothing wrong with it.
He lasted 2 days. He couldn't even last 4 days. You mentally weak pussy.
No,
fuck out of here, man.
No,
you're gonna cause all this shit and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go away on the spiritual journey," and
I would do.
You
shrooms.
Can't even last 4 days.
He goes on this island. I watched the documentary.
You tapped out.
Goes on this island.
Tapped out.
Does mushrooms
you
and like
tapped out. You're a bitch. You tapped out. And you want to pull this shit at 41 years old?
I'm a real fan. No.
When you didn't light the league up? You didn't light the league up. Dude, nobody cares if you come back or not. For real, for real. Stop dragging this shit out, man. You're not good.
Care. It's topic 3.
You're not good. Hang it the fuck up. Mike McCarthy and the Steelers, move the fuck on. You guys deserve better.
The Steelers almost made the
you got this goon that shows up with his fucking helmet and a chin strap from the 1980s. Right?
He's got a nice mustache.
Like he's gonna do something.
He's got a good dog.
He ain't slinging shit no more, dude.
He wasn't bad this year.
He wasn't great.
He was a flop
he wasn't
on the Jets,
great.
but I don't think he was that bad this year.
Or last year were the Steelers a contender? No. Are they a contender this year? No. You're in a better position
Maybe
this
that's
year
why he's
or
waiting.
for the future
Maybe
with a
he wants
new
to
quarterback.
see what the team does before he goes back.
Put Slapdick's friend in there, Will Howard, whatever his name is. What's his name?
Will Howard.
Yeah, put him in there. You have a better shot. The fuck out of here.
You better shot than
Aaron
a top
Rodgers.
10 all-timer possibly?
He's 50. He's the
washed.
Yeah, do you want the crypt keeper as your quarterback? With his rink-dink arm?
He doesn't have a rinky-dink arm.
He ain't slinging it like he used to.
Yeah, but what he used to was like legendary.
Yeah, well, he's what?
He replaced Brett Favre.
One in
And, like,
5.
He's
What?
a Hall of Famer.
1 in 5 in the NFC Championship,
All
dude.
right.
When the lights shine the brightest, you can't get it over. Oh, he didn't have a good defense. Fuck out of here. His defense was good enough. Stop out of here.
All right, you guys ready for this?
You're fired up, fucking pussy.
Calm down.
Getting more. Your beard's getting a little more red.
Dude,
Leprechaun.
you fat bitch. Shut it. Okay?
Make me.
Proceed, John. Proceed.
All right. So tonight is the first John's Wild Card segment. John's Wild Card segment.
It's so wild. He's so good.
All right, guys. So tonight's question, and these guys don't know the question, right? So I'm just going to say it. We don't have it on the prompter or anything like that. So the question is, how far would you go for a World Series? Now, Bryce Harper went viral after saying he'd do anything to win a World Series, even joking he'd kiss another man for the boys. So let's bring it home. Steve, Game 7, parade guaranteed. But you got to kiss Zach at home plate. You doing it?
Zach, dude.
Yeah.
I would do that for free.
You do that for free.
You kissing Zach for a World Series?
Dude, I am smacking Zach so hard with my fist. And then looking up.
And then
Sorry, guys.
he's waiting to knock me out, then to kiss me.
Yeah.
Zach, same question for a ring. Are you in or out?
Oh, fuck
Dude,
yes. I'm
Zach
in.
would do
That's not a question.
a kiss. A kiss? Zach would get a...
Steve, what do you always say? The looks for free.
Zach knows the deal. Looking's free. Touching's going to cost him. But when it comes to Zach, he will bear no expense. He doesn't care how bad his knees are. He'll get on them.
All right. So, no
Butt
kiss?
stuff? Sure.
No kiss?
A World Series?
A World Series win?
He doesn't care about this city.
I'm not smooching Zach. You got to pick someone else.
John.
You
No.
think he deserves these lips?
It's my wild card.
He's just upset
Zach, would
that
you
he
kiss? You would kiss him.
for a World Series? Yeah. It's not that not that
No.
not that
Yeah.
much.
All right, so we got one yes and one no. Thanks for being for the boys, Zach. All right, so let's go to topic 5.
Zach would do dirty.
Oh, guys, buy or sell. Here we go. It's time for buy or sell. Terry, do you got a song for that?
Buy or sell, buy or sell, buy or sell. Ah,
All right, guys.
count it.
If you're buying, you believe in it. If you're selling, you don't. And you'd better tell us why. Now we're starting rapid fire, short answers only. So Steve, relax. So buy or sell, first topic. So I'll say Steve first, and then I'll go to Zach, and then we'll alternate each question, okay? So buy or sell, Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback right now.
Yeah, I'll buy that. He wins. He's been proven. There's other guys that people have in front of him that even I would put in front of him have 0. Some of them don't even have an appearance or a championship. What? Yeah, I mean, you hear from teammates and everyone else what the type of leader and everything he is. Yeah, I absolutely believe he's a top 5.
You keeping him, Zach?
I sell.
Yeah, Zach?
I sell.
Sell.
Selling him.
Of course you do.
Top
you sell
5?
for a fucking
Hell no.
bag of donuts, you fat bitch.
Hell no. I'd put him top 10, not top 5.
Can you, real quick,
And I don't care about the city.
Can you name the 4 or the
See, this is going to be very controversial to last
can you name
week's
5 better
episode.
quarterbacks?
Just fucking name them.
Joe Burrow. Oh, Steve doesn't.
Is
like
this
that.
any particular order?
No.
Okay.
Josh Allen.
Agreed.
You got to. Mahomes.
You have to.
Herbert last year showed he had a better season than Jalen.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I mean, I know he didn't show up and they had an easy schedule, but Drake
Drake.
had a I think Jalen is a better quarterback than him, but I'm going off of last season.
I think Drake showed in the Super Bowl he's still got a lot to learn.
The game before the Super Bowl, he had 85 passing yards. Yeah, it's not all passing, but like he's young.
I don't think anyone talked about the
Dude,
Patriots.
you put Drake.
No, they had the easiest season ever.
You put.
Hey, dude, you just have to play who's in front of you. They're not the ones that chose it.
Yeah.
No, that's what I mean. It's like you can rag on them for saying they're not as good as everyone thought they are.
But I think the year that we won the Super Bowl, we had the easiest schedule.
Which one? The first one or the second? The second one, no
Doesn't
matter.
that feel nice to say as a Philadelphia fan?
First or
Which
the
Super
second,
Bowl?
yeah.
The first or the
I
second?
think this most recent 2024. I think our schedule strength was.
But also,
27.
no one was stopping us.
You're right.
You're not. If the Patriots came out and won, we didn't just come out and win. We came out and rolled.
No, absolutely. I think people weigh too much on the strength of schedule because it's like you're in a perfect world, but a lot of teams get banged up. A lot of those teams surprise you and they end up beating you or like being better than what you think. So like that strength of schedule, you can miss me with that argument. Like that's the dumbest shit, dude. The Eagles don't get to pick. It's not college ball, right? It's not like we get doormats to start or you get to pick who you play.
Dude, it's also once you get in the playoffs, you're playing hard teams.
Yeah.
Everyone still has
Plus,
to.
like you
it's
have
a
to
little easier
win
with it.
20 games, right? Like you have to
Where?
win.
Oh, in football?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to make you Super Bowl champion. So you have to win, 19 games to get there? Like, dude, to win 19 games in the NFL, I mean, you hear players to win a game, right? To win your division, to win your conference, like whatever it is, it's so hard. Especially when you play the same team twice.
So hard.
I was going to do that, but I didn't.
Where are you?
All right, so you're saying he is, and you're saying he is. You're saying he's
seven.
not. All right.
You're 5 or whack.
So let's jump on to the next one, please.
I can't believe you.
All right, guys, buy or sell. The Eagles Super Bowl window is closing. Zach.
I'm going to go sell. I think we've got the talent. If the coaching's there and everyone buys in, we still have the talent. We still have everything. Just everyone's got to buy in. Coaching's got to be there.
Yeah.
Keep the right guys. Get rid of all the toxic people.
So for everything,
the toxic people,
for
Zach.
everything that you just said,
Well, Petula,
that's
that's what I mean.
every team does that. They're winning the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, no, I'm saying that
If everything goes right,
if
you know what I mean?
if we keep the talent we have now, our new offensive coordinator works out.
Yeah. Saquon's blowing them up, but I mean, what else are they supposed to say?
But it's like,
what if he came in and he's like,
Yeah.
"Yo, this dude's trash"?
but it's like, all right, last year,
But you
not
say
a
that
single-
often. Like, what are they supposed to say? And I can get behind that, but
That's
like
'cause it's
they
right.
don't. To an extent, but they don't have to say certain things, right? Like they can say, "Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm like, and use like your generic whatever." But like he went like above and beyond to
No,
point
dude,
out that like,
No, because then if he doesn't say it enough,
no,
then they'll be like, "Yeah, he doesn't really."
not
care."
everyone
I think
says
this
that.
year-
though.
I think this year, if we don't do well, then I would say it's a buy.
And it's
I think this is the maker because this year it's like, all right, last year we can put on Kevin Petula because not even Jalen didn't agree with any of the play calling he would have. This year, if we change the OC and we still suck, everyone's still getting older. Dudes are going to start retiring, and then I think it's going to close.
true, Steve.
I mean, I'm selling. Yeah, I mean, I agree with Zach. Just in the simple fact that,
Say it
like,
again.
just in the simple fact that, no, our window is still open. Everyone's still under contract, right? Doesn't matter how they act. Like, I mean, obviously matters how they act and everything, but everyone's still under contract for like a few more years. So, regardless of how the season turns out, even if we do shit the bed again this year, everyone's still under contract. So as long as no one asks to get out, the window's still open.
John, what do you think? Well, I think the question was not closed, but closing.
Oh, closing? No.
And I think with Lane Johnson always being like iffy, who's the other guy with the bad back? Dickerson is always like, I don't know if I'm going to do it this year or not. Jalen's your quarterback. Your wide receivers are always having a little bit of an issue. Saquon's another year older.
And still banged up from the Giants
You
years.
just lost Goedert. We just talked about that. Hopefully we get a suitable replacement. But do I think it's closing? Yeah. You're going to have to like do a major retooling next year if we don't do well to like try to open that window back up. If there's any general manager, like I bow at the temple of Howie. So if there's any general manager that can do it, that can do a quick reload, it is him.
I'm going to strongly disagree with you, John, because like, yeah, you said some good, some true things about the offensive line getting old, banged up or whatever. But like, dude, they're all replaceable. right? Like you
No,
don't need
Lane Johnson is
you
one
don't
of-
need
is
to
like,
have a star-studded team to
he's
win the Super Bowl.
consistently the best
You're
at his
right.
position.
You're right. Right, and I'm not taking anything away from Lane. Lane's great. You know,
And
but
chemistry.
we can do it without him, right?
Chemistry.
We don't need a star. We don't need a star-studded team to win the Super Bowl.
Okay, but if you lose
Yeah,
Landon, Lane, and
you don't get Becton or someone like
and
that.
Mulata in a 3-year period,
Yeah.
that those three all at once, the people that made them was Stoutland. He's gone. Those dudes are going to carry it on. If you lose those three in a 3-year period,
No, that's bad.
that's bad.
And there's chemistry too, right? So you need to know how the guy
And they're
next to you
leaders.
moves, how he plays, so that you can kind of feed off of him or not get in his way.
I mean, you can rebuild in the draft and
So could any
do
team,
free agent. Yeah,
once again.
you just have to want it. But like I'd say, like even if they go, yeah, it would suck to see them go. But as long as the core remains the same, I think our window is
Those
still
three are the
open.
core. Those three.
They're not the core.
Lane is a
Lane is hurt.
They're
like,
key
every
parts,
fucking
sure. No,
time.
they're absolutely key parts. But like, you know, they're not 3 players. You know, what 22 players on the team?
Yeah, but there's 5 on the line.
I hear you.
Might be losing
But you lose
3.
one every other year. Yeah, I mean it sucks, but you can replace them whether it's through free agency with
We
getting
replaced-
another big name or
we
another
replaced
decent.
one of them this year and it didn't work.
With who?
Whoever the backup for
Exactly.
yeah, that's how we're gonna have to see what we draft.
Yeah, I'm just saying you can rebuild this. You can bounce back quicker with drafting it. If one of the offensive linemen go or defensive linemen go, whatever it is, they're easier to replace than like a skill position, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
The talent level.
Yes.
To match the
However,
talent level.
Lane Johnson, Hall of Famer.
Agreed.
It's going to be hard. He's got, whoever comes in, big shoes to fill, right? Like, I get that. Mulata, same thing. But it's easier to replace those guys than a franchise quarterback, than stud receivers, than a future Hall of Fame running back,
Okay.
right? Like, those things are harder to.
I got a question then. So who would be harder to replace? Not Dickerson. Lane if he were to be injured this entire season, or AJ if he left. Who would be harder to replace?
That's a
Number
good
one-
question.
Number one wide receiver or
We would suffer more losing AJ.
false?
I agree with Zach.
Okay. That's fine.
You're like losing a Hall of Famer
At a
At a
very
tackle
key
position.
position, Devontae's proven he can be a number one on probably a majority of other teams.
Devontae? I'm just making sure I heard you right.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Majority of other teams, you can put him. I mean, you can fill another guy, and then
Can I say something?
So you would be.
I don't think Devontae is good by himself.
You could bring that up too.
I think he's also like glass. Like
Yeah,
that
but
boy
he-
can be broken.
if he gets drilled, out of anyone in the NFL, he might take the biggest hits every single time he stands up and he gets
He does.
ready.
He does, but he's got
he's
that
so
small. He's got that small boy body. You got a small boy
You know a lot
body.
about those.
You got a small. When you got a small boy body, every hit that you're taking, you don't have that cushion. You don't have like
Gotten up
that
every
muscle,
time.
that loose layers of muscle, or even layers of fat to help you with cushioning the blows. He's got that skeletal system and no cushion.
How long has Lane been on our team?
I think he's going on 14.
Yeah,
I think he's going longer than Kelsey now.
yeah. We won 2 Super Bowls while he was on it, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
We only won 1
He won 1, right?
with AJ.
And we made it to 2 with AJ, right?
No, Lane won 2. AJ won 1. He made it
Listen,
to 3.
Lane's
with
a
Lane.
definitely a key part, but when you say like if you had to sit one or lose one,
Look at that beard.
I think
That's how you-
unpopular opinion,
that's how you
dude,
rock
but
the
I feel
bald
like the
head.
right answer is, dude, you lose AJ, right? It's the same thing if you lose Devontae. Nah. If you lose Devontae, but you still have AJ, you should be.
You can replace him, yes, but losing him would be way more detrimental to
So then, do you believe with the bullshit that's been going on the last couple weeks about it? About when like the rumors with AJ getting traded or
the
like
Patriots.
wherever,
Yeah.
right? But that like you should do that because it worked on GSN or JSN, so it's going to work on. Do you believe that?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it's all. I mean,
Stevie G is the biggest homer I've ever seen in my life. The dude hasn't been the best in the league in years. he's still great playing at a high level, but he's older. He's just not.
No,
He's
Lane
not
is the
peak
best.
Lane Johnson anymore.
Yeah, but he's
He's
still
not, but I still think he's more valuable.
he's not
than
the
keeping
best.
AJ.
He's not the best in the league. That's homer
2
talk.
years ago, he was.
Stevie G's the biggest homer. Your bed sheets are probably like Eagles.
Yeah, but he's top 2. I mean, who's ahead of him? Trent Williams, and he's the same age.
But even the year
Those are
that,
top 2.
even the year Lane was ranked second, his stats were above whoever was
Yeah.
first. The year we won the Super Bowl, he even
All right.
hung him up.
You
in
want to
his
know a
locker.
crazy offensive stat? I meant to bring this up in the last segment when we were talking about offensive linemen.
See if you don't know bed sheets.
Do you guys know who Zach Martin is?
Yeah.
So he was with Dallas, top 2 or top. I think he was like a top 3 pick, like however year ago. Just retired.
After how long in the league?
Oh man, 13
Forever?
plus years. Yeah, like I think he came out Lane's year, maybe. Anyway, he retired. Not one time in his career did he get called for a holding penalty.
That's as an offensive lineman, that is
That's
an
crazy.
ungodly stat.
Not one time did he get
Because they
called
hold
for
every
holding.
play.
Yeah,
You hold every play.
Yep.
How much are you going to allow?
he
them?
didn't get called for holding.
Zach,
one
you were
play.
somewhat of a high school football savant, weren't you?
Yeah.
I played.
Yeah,
high
he
school
played
football.
tight rear end. That's what he
So-
played.
Like
Right
running
tight
back.
rear
So,
end.
was there a lot of holding within those trenches?
Oh yeah.
I mean, completely different levels.
Yeah. You were out there slapping dicks, right?
I was a running back.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, there's gonna be holding every play. It's just like, how long are you gonna do it, and how much like are you gonna show the ref? Because
Yeah.
there's holding every play, but like if the dude's going one way, you got to know when to let go and just push.
There's a clip. I forget the
Pause.
offensive lineman. There's a clip that, like an in-game clip of someone, a ref calling him for holding or whatever. He's like, I hold every play.
Every
Yeah.
offensive line, like
Yeah.
you hold. They teach you to get inside and hold. Like you hold the chest pad.
Yeah.
Like you don't hold like
The jersey.
it's
You can't
when
hold
you
the
it's when your
jersey.
hands get outside.
And the
That's
jersey
the problem.
stretches,
If you're
that's where they
in
get you.
if you're holding inside, you'll be fine. But if someone goes one way, like you can't be dramatic and just keep holding and like show it.
Yeah.
All right, so buy or sell Super Bowl window is closing. You both said
So
sell.
Correct.
All right, so here we go. Buy or sell, Steve. The NFL should ban the tush push.
no, and that's not a homer answer, right? Like, let's talk about it. Last year when they tried banning it, they tried saying injuries. I can't name one injured player from the Eagles or anyone that came out right after that play, right? That's,
Well, it's
Kelsey.
because of CTE, maybe,
Yeah.
and that's.
but there's
not
no
something-
force. So you're telling me a tush push that
not something
literally
that you get in
they
one
say
shot.
hike and they just go causes more harm to your body or head than handing a ball off at a running back who's 4 or
No,
5
agreed.
yards behind you and they're running full speed up the middle.
Well,
That's
his head is
that's a
down
real
when he's
life
going in, where a
Oklahoma
running
joke.
back
Yeah, you're diving
upright.
head to head down at the ground.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, but not full speed,
no.
Doesn't
I
matter,
agree.
dude.
I agree, but it's head to head every play.
I guess.
But at the same time, I'm gonna say also. I don't know if it was my turn, but sell. And not only that, but this is the first.
Oh,
year.
Zach, buy or sell, the NFL should ban the tush push.
No, they
You
shouldn't.
son of a
But like
bitch.
this year, they didn't even bring it up. And not only that, last year the Bills ran the tush push double the amount of
They
times.
were like
that
one of the
Eagles
top
did.
2
That's a
teams.
good point.
The Eagles ran, or the Bills ran it.
They don't have any. What was the thing I saw?
They literally ran it double the amount.
No
as
one
the Eagles.
complained about shutting down the tush push this year because
Mhm.
Josh
How
Allen
about it?
ran it more than Jalen Hurts. It's just Jalen.
The
hate,
biggest
not
stink
Josh
last
Allen.
year.
That's how the Bills
Not
won their last
one
playoff
vote
game.
to ban it this year.
Yeah.
How
It was-
about it?
There was what? Like, I'm making this number up, but wasn't like 23 votes last
No,
year?
you
or
were close.
something like that?
22.
22?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I think they needed 26.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
And not
it's
one
part
vote
of the
this
game
year. How
that like
about
is open to everyone. So just because one person's really good at it
Yeah.
doesn't mean you should ban it.
Yep.
No.
Agreed.
Not only that, but this year we lined up majority of our plays. We showed it. Dallas Goedert got the ball and scored a touchdown, or we ran
Yeah.
an alternate.
Everyone knows it's their tush push is synonymous with Eagles football.
Well, yeah,
so
but
when you're lining up like that, you're
Yeah,
thinking it's
no,
such a
I
cheat
agree.
code.
But even going back to your thing about the CTE and that, coaches come out and say it's not about injuries. Like I watched an interview with Sean Payton yesterday when they were asking him about it. He should have said if they ban it, it's not because of injury.
yeah,
it's effectiveness.
Yeah. It's just because it's ugly and it just shouldn't be allowed, which I can get. Like if that's your argument, like just keep it real. Like I can get behind that. Yo, it is an ugly play. It is a
Yard to yard.
football play, right?
a
But
buck.
like it is ugly.
yeah.
But like don't sell me on that bullshit, that injury and all that shit.
Oh, for fuck.
Not only that, but I think it was the big thing was only the Eagles ran it successfully, and now last year the Bills proved, oh yeah, we can do it too.
Yeah.
But that
And
just
now
goes
they're
to
like,
show.
oh, more
Any
than
team
one.
can do it.
No, that's what I mean.
You know what I
But
mean?
It's like last
I mean,
year.
clearly
proved
not
it.
every
Now,
team can, right? Because even we sucked at
our
this year.
efficiency last year sucked.
Yeah, and I think that had a big thing to do with like the offensive calling, and like I just felt like everyone was so uncomfortable and couldn't get comfortable with the scheme, the play calling. I mean, we were converting at an 84%. But we were 60% this year when
None
we
of that.
ran it.
Jalen fumbled twice on it. I think he did at least once. It's like
I will say, if they do
top 5.
We did
get rid of it, they should get rid of it because you can't call it because they show every slow mo and it's always
offside.
we're always a false start. It's always false start on us.
All right, so sell and sell.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one, please. Buy or sell, and we'll start with Zach. Drafting a quarterback every 3 to 4 years is smart roster
I
management.
agree. Keep someone fresh. I mean, 100%.
Dude.
Yes, you ideally have a franchise quarterback, but Steve,
Come on,
let me
fat boy, let's hear it, dude.
No, let me
That's
hear
all
what
you
you-
got? Jesus.
I think it's not a bad idea.
I came here to fucking debate.
Okay.
And that's the shit you want to fucking pull? Oh my God.
Yeah, kiss him.
Do we get a World Series?
Yeah. Steve?
No. And also this question, you talking about looking for a franchise quarterback every 3 or 4 years? Maybe a backup every
Backup.
3
That's what I'm saying. I agree with the backup. I'm not saying you're trying to get a franchise
you-
quarterback
you
every
want a
3 to 4
guy
years.
on your back.
That's
dude,
not a
but-
franchise every 3.
Hey,
John, what do you think?
remember when, thank you. Remember when the Eagles got a big pick for A.J. Feely?
Yeah,
Remember
that was
that?
great. No, it was Kevin Cobb, I think.
No, they got a pick for A.J. Feely, too. It was the year that he started when McNabb was hurt.
I was
The year that they traded him, he went somewhere to be a starter, and they got like a good pick for him.
From the Patriots? I don't think so. I think you're confusing with Kevin Cobb. We sold Kevin Cobb for a second rounder, which was crazy.
Kevin Cobb, didn't he have too much concussions? He had concussion issue.
Exactly.
Well, he got
why.
knocked out.
The
and
fact
then
that
that's
we
how
got
they
a
came in.
second rounder for him was crazy. I'd have to check the AJ.
Well, anyway, I mean, the better the pick, the more it proves my point, right? So, like the Eagles, how he said it, want to be a quarterback factory. So, I don't think there's any position in the game that you get more value from than the quarterback position. So, if you have a good quarterback and you're like, listen, I'm just sticking with our guy anyway, but I'm just going to draft other dudes.
Good idea.
And then, like, I'll draft them in the 6th round, but then I'll, like blow them up, like make sure I put out in the press that they're killing it, put them in good spots to succeed, give them a lot of playing time so a lot of people can see them, and then flip them for like a 4th round pick. Like that's smart business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
smart business.
you said just get him a lot of playing time. Well, you're going to just bench your fucking starter?
If you're
Or your
no, if
franchise?
you have a good team like the Eagles do, there's going to be a lot of like garbage time. So get them some
Think
playing
about
time.
the last year with Aaron Rodgers on Green
That's-
Bay and having Jordan Love as your backup.
How much does
Yeah, but you
Jalen
would
play
have
in
to
the
be
preseason?
blowing teams out and not. There's not one team that I can think of that literally ran the table where like their starters were coming out. A handful of games when 2014 or
Yeah.
2024 when we won the Super Bowl, but
Yeah, but even then, the only time we were blowing teams out like that, majority of the time, was the playoffs.
yeah,
I mean,
so it's
I mean,
like, how
the
how
playing
can you
time
do
thing's
it?
irrelevant. Nonetheless, it's like they can flip guys for
Sure.
a higher draft pick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah, but
why
it gets
I would
risky
do it.
just because then you got your starter, your franchise guy looking over his shoulder and could fuck his game up. Like I don't know.
Drafting a quarterback in the
if
6th
you're a-
round or 5th
If you're a
round.
All right,
franchise
well, okay.
guy,
If-
you're not worried about.
You think
that.
McNabb was worried about AJ?
No,
Not gonna
we didn't
mention
take
anyone-
AJ in anything crazy. I guess I don't know. The question could have been,
AJ went to Miami to start.
yeah, but I don't think we got anything crazy for him. I think you're confusing with Kevin Cobb.
Can we do the third give it a Googs tonight, please?
I think.
And
it's
what did
Kevin
AJ?
Cobb.
What did the Eagles get from the AJ Feely trade to Miami?
You could be right. I just don't remember that.
Not a real ball knower.
He traded by the Philadelphia Eagles to Dolphins 2004 2nd round pick,
Oh, also a second round pick. Good for them.
and they got Reggie Brown from it.
Reggie Brown. How about it? Yeah, and then we flipped. That's crazy. Yeah, 'cause I know Kevin Cobb for sure.
You guys say I don't know ball. I think that I know ball.
No, I didn't think you were crazy. I just thought you were confusing.
saying that
I just
just-
That's what Stevie
forgot.
G does. Stevie G right now is at a wedding. His +1 was probably like a stuffed Jalen Hurts doll. This fucking guy. All right, so do you guys want a next segment?
Bring it on.
Oh wait, There's another buy or
we got
sell.
another
So
one, yeah.
we'll start with Steve, right? The Cowboys are legitimate playoff contenders, buy or sell.
Beautiful
And hey,
beast.
listen, take the glasses off for a second.
I know.
Take the rose-colored
Yeah.
goggles off for a second and really look at this.
Yeah, no, the Cowboys have been legitimate playoff contenders for the past, I don't know, 10 years. Like on paper, absolutely. But they have a guy. They actually have a squad called the Joneses. And as long as they got Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Nancy Jones, whatever fucking Jones,
Yeah.
they will never compete.
You think
And-
it's all them, or you think it's just Jerry?
I'm just assuming that Steven and Nancy and whoever the fuck are just like their dad. And you can't be a GM and the owner. Like, you just can't. And I don't get why he thinks it works, because you guys haven't been relevant since 96.
Yeah. Who's going to kick
But
him out?
literally, there's been, I know, but that's like you want to talk about business and making business. Like, that's just bad business.
I think when you're old like that, you got to
You get
stay
stuck
busy.
in your ways.
You keep your
That's
brain.
fine. Be
but
busy
that's not
elsewhere, man. Find another hobby or something. Like, find something else you can do. Maybe you know.
That's probably
just
that's
be-
probably like
Or just be the
but
owner.
you're hurting your team.
that's probably
And then you're like yelling at players and coaches,
Like-
going through more coaches than he goes through donuts, right?
We love a nice donut.
And then we're sitting here talking about the fucking Cowboys again. Like, and it sucks because, like, again, taking the glasses off for you, John.
come on, baby.
Dak Prescott isn't a bad quarterback.
No,
Showed it last year. Last year he started the
The
season.
last few years,
very
man,
good.
He's like he
Not only
is
that,
a
then
good
you add in
quarterback.
Pickens. I think Pickens I like Pickens more than CD.
You're
on-
bugging.
On his good
bugging.
days.
You're bugging,
He's a dog.
dude. CJ
CD Lamb is more
CeeDee Lamb
consistent.
Is an absolute.
CD Lamb's more
dog.
consistent. Pickens is a fucking animal.
No, dude.
But there are plenty of games he doesn't show up in.
CD is the one.
I-
Look,
he's-
we don't
he-
confuse that.
He is still amazing, but I would
CD's
rather
top 5. Pickens isn't.
Agreed.
So then why are they
Agreed.
failing as a team if they have two number
Their
one?
Because of
defense
Jerry
is
Jones,
awful.
dude.
Their defense is dog.
He's got too
and
much
Ferguson
hands on.
is amazing.
Well, if he's drafting all these studs, we're going on about these great players.
Well, that brings
Someone's
me back to
drafting
my
them.
last point with you. You don't need a star-studded team. That could almost cause too much. You got too many divas. You got too many egos to manage. And
But who do they have
No,
on defense?
If
It
you
doesn't
look at
sound like any of the players are the problem. You just said it was the ownership.
I think it is the ownership.
So what does that have to do
Drafting all
with
these
having
studs.
talent on your team?
and studs and everything, and not knowing how to use them. I guess I don't know. He gets too involved. He gets too involved with everything, man. You can't be the CEO and the owner, and
I think it's all right to be a
Like-
micromanager.
like
I'm
you
a little
can't-
bit of a micromanager.
not when it comes to that. Clearly, it's not working, right?
I buy it.
And then
All right, so Zach,
I
buy
buy.
or sell?
I buy.
You buy?
Buy. If I buy it, their offense
And
is
Steve, you
legit.
said you bought it, right?
it's like contingent, though.
No, I agree. I agree with
Okay.
Steve as much as I hate to say it. They have the talent, at least on offense. Their offense, their top guys are legit, but like the defense is what sucks in my eyes. Not only that, but then Jerry Jones just is awful. So I still buy it. I think if they make a couple upgrades on defense and make it somewhat decent, next year they'll at least make playoffs. I'm not saying they're going to go the distance,
Mhm.
but yeah.
It's just not the defense too, because again, Dak doesn't show up. When it matters the most, they crumble, they self implode. So like, should they? I feel like they should be contenders,
Yeah.
but because of how they've proven for 10, 20 plus years, I might have to sell it.
Sell.
John, what's
Yeah,
your
I think
opinion?
I'm going to sell.
I'm going to buy it. I mean, it's just to be thought of as a contender. There's always that wild card out there.
The Steelers made the playoffs. Contender? Are we talking about like win the Super Bowl contenders?
No, contenders for playoff.
Yeah. If the Steelers can make the playoffs last year, the Cowboys can make it. I mean,
Steelers make the playoffs every year.
But here, like
Dallas-
the Giants are getting a little bit better.
Oh, they're
yeah, but they
definitely-
also
they're
now
better
have a
than
new
the
head coach too.
Redskins
Stop.
are so. They're not too bad. So the division's going to
Commanders.
beat
We're gonna
themselves
be
up.
Politically
Yeah.
correct. so-
All right. Well, sorry. Speaking of political correctness, guys, let's talk about steroids. So buy or sell, Zach.
Bye. And
Performance enhancing drugs should be permitted
Too
in
excited.
professional
Couldn't even
sports.
read the
Yeah,
clock.
he's scratching his neck. He's already answering the
Fiending,
question
dude.
before he.
Fiending.
bye. And I just saw a podcast with CMC, and he agrees. Maybe not full on PEDs, But like even stuff like peptides, he was saying like he wanted to take BPC 157 to help with health stuff and recovery. They're not even allowed to take that.
Well, here's the question.
And that's would you consider, is that what you're saying with PEDs or
PEDs are, yeah, all that stuff would be anything that's on their list.
because I mean
PED.
that right there, I mean that's quote unquote enhancing your game, but at the same time it's like health and longevity, which would make the NFL more money.
Recovery as a professional athlete is one of the most important pieces to your game. Your body goes through
But also
vigorous
think
shit.
about- think about
and
how
you
much
need to
more-
recover. And if you're able to recover faster, what happens when you recover faster, Zach?
Think about also how
Muscle
much more-
grows.
Yes, but also think about how much more like the NFL as an organization and a company, all these top players that are getting injured and not going to be helping the NFL make money. If they're healthier, they're going to make more money. It's just like, where can you draw the line of?
Yeah, that's my question to you. My question is,
I buy
where
it.
would you draw the line? It's all performance enhancing.
Oh no! If it's up to me, everyone's walking out with quad veins and
Yeah.
looking like Brock Lesnar.
I mean, there would be a ton of liability with
No,
them
there is.
saying like that's open. And I think for years,
There'd be dudes
at least
on
in the
field having heart
90s,
attacks.
every sport was just yoked out of their brain.
Yeah,
Dude, football too. All those dudes yoked out of their brain.
So my next, do you think it would change the game at all? And in what sense?
100%.
Yeah, it will change the game.
I think that ultimately the biggest problem is these guys would become bigger, faster, stronger. So all the head injuries, it's gonna cause those things to have more of an impact.
Skyrise.
These guys are gonna get CT
And heart
faster. They're gonna get injured faster. You might end up hurting the sport.
You're gonna
more
hurt it more than it's gonna help.
because you're gonna be taking guys out because you're gonna be like a tornado coming at you already. These guys are already like 6'5",
It would be fun.
250 running like a 4.
It would be
So
fun to
it's-
watch for a
They're
season,
big
but the
boys.
long-term health would be brutal to watch.
Do you think anyone in the NFL is natural lifetime?
I think that gets into that gray area of like, I could see these
Like
like peptides,
pinning
for
themselves?
example.
Like, I don't think any professional athlete for their life hasn't taken steroids to some capacity.
I
Like,
got
or
one
some
for you.
performance
that.
enhancing.
Yeah,
I disagree with that.
I disagree.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Jason Kelsey has not.
I can buy that.
That's what, like, there's offensive
I
linemen,
don't know.
Tom
but like
Brady.
once again, recovery guys.
Tom Brady's definitely done.
Tom Brady's taking estrogen.
How you gonna be?
Well-
how you gonna be in your 40s and playing
Are
some
we
of the best
talking
ball in your
pinning?
life?
Or are we talking like orals? Just orals.
So,
It doesn't matter. It's a steroid.
but
There's
it's,
a difference.
And Tom Brady has a youth like business.
Selling kids' blood.
Again, I think there's a difference between
Rich.
strictly orals and then pinning yourself.
No, there's no
there's not.
difference.
But there is.
There's not. You're
It's-
cheating the game. There are rules that are made, and you're
I agree.
beating.
Steroids are steroids are steroids, but there is a difference between pinning and just taking oral.
No, there's
It's
not,
not.
dude. That's just
No,
you. That's
it's
like
not.
that's Steve's bro code of the night.
Oh,
That's
what?
where you just think it's a bro thing because, like, oh, it's more steroids if we see
If he
the needle
takes
in the
SARMs-
trash can.
And I'm hammering 9 cc's of Poland's purest.
Yeah,
You're gonna tell that I'm on something, and
Yeah.
my man's sniffing SARMs over
but
here.
here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. Let me say this: him being a SARM goblin and you being a juice head, both of you will outperform the natural guy. It doesn't matter what he does, and you're both
But
violating.
I'm
the
going to
code.
perform better than him.
That's
It doesn't
not-
matter.
that's not
but
what he's
he's
saying.
performing better than the baseline guy.
That's not what he's saying. He's saying overall. I still think, yes, there's plenty of dudes that have not done shit.
I don't think so.
I could see, like, I remember, like,
You can't tell me colleges get their hands on. Listen,
I think
I might
no, I
be-
agree. If I
I might have a business called something where fathers come in and they are very adamant about like what goes on in college locker rooms.
yeah,
So-
100%. I'm not saying, like, again,
And
I
it's
think
not the dream that Zach
lot-
always has. It's actually
Have you ever heard of Penn
there's-
State?
they're all doing this shit at a young age. And then when a college team or a university gets their hands on these guys and you have
Yeah,
doctors,
and they're not going to say no
there's-
because they don't know.
we have a former Russian hockey player. He played in Russia. He's an American dude, but he used to train at our gym. He used to say they used to inject him with shit. He didn't even know what it was.
No,
they would just say, "Here, take,
Yeah.
this is medication."
This will help. All right.
Yeah, and he was like, "Fine."
hello,
He's
take
lying.
this pill.
He's
Comrade.
lying.
Take pill, win the
Comrade.
medal.
He's
take
lying.
two.
What's his name?
He's not lying.
Who's that guy from the MLB? Rafael Palera?
Rafael.
Rafael
Palmaro? He said the same shit. Get the fuck out of here.
I guarantee,
Oh,
dude.
I thought he was just giving me B vitamins.
Imagine.
I don't know.
But I guarantee they don't tell you. all
You
the time.
know, though. Yeah,
Dude,
you might
imagine
not-
a
you
world where there's no
know.
Google and there's no like Instagram or social media, and like a doctor just comes up to you and says, "Here, this is helps you." Like there's
No one's gonna say
there's
no.
not as much knowledge out there at that time, and like doctors and all these other people in authority, you believe them more because they haven't like gone
Nowadays,
back on you. Nowadays, there's too much. Not that it's too much, but like there's so much information available. Everyone's more intelligent, so everyone's gonna be more inquisitive.
but even nowadays, peptides are banned. I feel like every NFL player, if they aren't because it's banned, taking like the recovery peptides, maybe they definitely are in the off season,
Yeah.
but they should be.
I was gonna say, I think in the off season,
Like-
more than you think are probably using some type of substance, whether it's to recover, whether it's to
who's
train.
going over and getting stem cells?
Probably a lot of
Yeah, probably.
anyone that's making
Offensive
good-
lineman, bad back, about to retire on the Eagles.
Dickerson.
I forget his name all the time.
Dickerson.
Yeah, he's going on a
Are stem
pilgrimage.
cells illegal?
Dude, it's performance enhancing, is it not?
Yeah, but I don't know. How do you test for stem
Is it?
cells?
Yeah, is it though?
Google.
No. Terry, I'm sorry. Did you have something to say, man?
Nope.
All right, well.
Isn't practice considered
about
performance
practice?
enhancing?
Oh, so we're not.
Do you not
Now,
like to have
right?
fun at practice, Terry?
I am all for the all drug sports league. And just put it right on Front Street. NFL, the steroid NFL.
There was. I saw
There's a steroid
Although that was the
Olympics.
XFL, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it probably was, dude.
the enhanced
Vince
game.
McMahon, no.
The enhanced games were supposed to take place where it was all the sports, but everyone was enhanced.
It still is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
still
it's still a
happening. I
thing.
think it's happening in Vegas.
So,
What sport are we playing?
I don't know what you're talking about, brother.
yeah. Do you want to ask me the question? You can ask me the question.
All right. So Zach, you said buy or sell.
Why?
Steve, buy or sell. Performance enhancing drugs should be allowed in professional sports.
I think it should be allowed in certain sports.
And please elaborate.
So, well, like the idea of like, that shit being allowed in the NFL or any type of contact sport like UFC or anything sounds good. I mean, maybe UFC, right?
You
But
can't do UFC.
That would be
You're-
sick.
The gloves are light.
Brock
Dude,
Lesnar
you're
did
gonna
like I
kill
feel like you
someone.
can't do it in the NFL because to your point, I feel like you're already in today's game. They're bigger, faster, stronger. Now you're just juicing them up like
Bigger, faster.
people
All
are
right,
already concerned.
So instead of what game not to use, what games can
Baseball.
you use?
You want to make baseball great again? Let those boys juice.
No way.
Let
you make
them
stadiums bigger then,
choice.
though?
I'm sorry, what?
Would you make the stadiums bigger then, though?
You're not going to make that kind of investment just to give guys
But that's what I
needles in
mean.
their
Like,
butt.
is it worth it then? No, you're gonna have scores that are like 25 to 20.
I mean, I don't
Now,
think
now
that's
for
gonna be that
reference,
high,
for
but
reference, Zach, how old are you?
25.
Steve,
37.
I'm 42. So do you remember
No,
McGuire
no.
that
I
season
know
with
like
Sammy
Barry
Sosa?
Bonds and all them, but
So
no,
listen,
Come on, Barry.
nobody was
Barry.
watching baseball, dude. And then all of a sudden, McGuire started hitting home runs. Sammy Sosa was, and even Griffey was running with them for a little while. And all those dudes were in their prime, and they were massive. And it was so fun every night. You're watching a Cardinals game
Yeah.
just to watch McGuire hit a
Yeah.
home run. And then you're flicking. Back then, you didn't have streaming services. You just had cable. So it's like ESPN 1, ESPN 2. Cardinals are on, Cubs are on. And you're going back and forth. And
yeah.
in between some games, they're doing like it's like a Sports Center highlight. And they're showing whether or not they hit a home run. Like Summer was electric that year, dude.
Dude, it was
And then Barry Bonds, I think 1 or 2 years later,
Yeah.
then he like smashed it.
So the next question though is, you said you watched it for that reason. If everyone's doing it in baseball and that becomes the new norm, then it's not as exciting.
I mean, but hold on.
so it'll have a spike.
Dude, it was
for a-
exciting seeing those
hold
guys.
on.
But if
launch-
every player's doing it,
Because-
and that's the new norm. Then
No,
It's
because
not.
If you're letting
It's not.
everyone do it, the pitchers are doing it too, and you're gonna try to.
But then it's going to cancel out.
No, it's not.
It's
And
gonna
you
be
know
all
why?
superhuman, brother.
It's not. You know why? Because there was a guy last year on the Phillies. His name was Max Kepler. He got suspended 80 games this year for using PEDs last year. You know what the fuck he did?
Probably Cardrine.
He batted like 220.
No.
Not
So-
everyone's going to be juicing balls. Not everyone's going, yeah, it makes you, like, if you're good,
But
it's
once
going to
again, that
make
could have been
you
you could have gone for a
dominant.
peptide for recovery. It's not like he's like,
But not everyone is going to.
What about this with baseball? The nootropic mental cognition drugs are more beneficial than steroids. And what I mean is, Chooch, when he was on the squad, Carlos Ruiz catching, he was like a 2-something hitter, low 2s every year. He was more known for like calling games. He was wonderful. He was like Hamill's dude. Then one season he came out when we were on the decline. He had a prescription of Adderall.
yeah,
That dude was hitting like 350 because the ball probably looked like a fucking
Probably
volleyball to him.
slowed down.
He's never been more locked in his life. I would say with something like baseball, where like you have a ball coming at you at like 100 miles an hour, and then as a fielder, the ball's going back at an even faster rate. You need to be locked the fuck in.
Yeah, but
like
your heart
I would
rate
say
on that
Adderall
would
is more.
probably be fucked.
Dude, you're locked and loaded, man.
Yeah, but milk toast, it will help with your hand-eye coordination.
No, it won't.
Yeah, it will.
Milk Toast is right. It can make
So,
Max Kepler was like never probably a highly touted
all the
stud
guys
with
that
like
juiced
these
that got
great
caught,
God-given
that got
abilities.
caught said
The
that.
steroids got him to where he was, you could say.
Yeah, but to
It'd make an irrelevant player a little bit more relevant. You still have to teach-
possibly,
if anything, too, like look at me, dude. We were on the softball team. We were on the Philly Gaines softball team. 3 out of 4 year championships. The most successful team in the Concha Hawkins Sunday Softball League between the hours of 10 and 11 a.m. You saw how I threw the ball. I had to go to first base because I'm a stout gentleman, and acquiring this amount of muscle mass, it throws off my throwing arm trajectory where I can't throw correctly anymore. The other thing is, I can't swing the bat like I used to anymore. I used to hit moon shots, and now I was just hitting like line drives or like little
You also have
rollers.
surgery.
I had surgery on my left arm, but
Right,
I don't use disabilities hold me back.
So your muscles do, but not your injuries.
Well, your brain does.
Yeah, it does.
but no, dude, I'm just saying.
to say that
it's
everyone's
the
going to hit and
trajectory,
everything, that's
it
not
throws
true.
it off. So like if these guys are gaining all this muscle mass, it could actually throw
It's definitely
off their like arm slots.
Yeah, but
like
not
throwing
only that,
slot.
but they're like the way they hit the ball that they've hit it their whole life and been taught to. That's 100% changing.
Dude, I played basketball. I was in St. Lucia, my buddy Charles's wedding. I was in St. Lucia playing basketball. I shouldn't be doing that.
No,
I was bricking everything. I was out there like a laborer, just laying bricks, dude.
standing.
I
under,
just-
getting
I hurt
rebounds.
my shoulder because it goes up too fast. It's too much. What's up, Milk Toast?
I just think that just turn your eye, MLB. Just turn your eye. Let the boys have a little fun, right? Just turn your eye.
You want that one dark corner in the locker room where there's just
Yeah.
a trash can and a what's
Syringe.
the red
box.
what's that red cart thing?
Like the hazard.
yeah, like the
Yeah.
Sharps container.
Sharps container.
Like it's just let it happen.
Yeah, just turn your eye. All right. You don't have to make it. You don't have to come out publicly and say it's legal. Just chill with the testing. Turn your eye
All right.
and just see and watch the numbers go up.
All right, guys. So let's go to buy or sell. The last one, and it's Phillies one, and it's a special one.
Oh, it's a buy or sell Phillies. Okay.
Yeah. So let's go. Oh, you're ready for some baseball? All right. So we're locking in on the projected 2026 opening day lineup for the Phillies.
Mhm.
No pitching. We're not talking pitching. We're not talking hypotheticals. We're just talking legit bats. Projected lineup goes like this: Trey Turner at shortstop, Kyle Schwarber at DH, Bryce Harper at first base, Bohm fourth, third base, Brandon Marsh fifth. God damn it, left field, Garcia right field, Stott second base, Real Muto center, and then
Catcher.
the player to watch this year, Justin Crawford at center field. So, Steve, are you buying this lineup as a legitimate threat in the National League, or are you making changes? And if so, what specifically are you adjusting? And then Zach, you'll go after them.
I mean, yeah, I think we're going to make a run. This team's proven they can win 90-plus games. It's obviously going to come down to the bats, more so than the pitching. I feel like the bats over the last few years has failed us, not so much the pitching. But that particular lineup in that order, no. I'm not going into day one with that lineup or that batting order. With that batting order. The positions I'm cool with.
Okay.
Maybe, depending on how Aiden Miller or those other guys do, maybe they find a way to sneak in and steal someone's spot. But
So, real quick, Terry, could you, or Noah, could you please just roll it back to where the lineup is visible so these guys can like work off of it?
So
Thank you.
you lose me with the top 6.
So yeah.
So I would go Trey Turner 1. Ready for this?
Wow.
If Bryce will go to 2, I would like Bryce.
Just 1 second. Could I change the criteria? Instead of the opening day lineup, let's go with the lineup that they'll use the most this season.
Oh, I don't know. The lineup I want to see him run with,
What's your lineup?
yeah. Trey Turner leading off. I would try to get Bryce to 2. I know he wants to say 3 or 4.
Mhm.
And then I would go Schwarber 3, Garcia 4, Bohm 5. Then I don't really care.
No, finish.
When I say Bohm 5, I'd go JT 6, Stott 7, Marsh 8, and Crawford 9. Now I would leave Crawford at 9, 8 or 9, hoping that he could take that number 2 spot.
Mm-hmm.
If Bryce doesn't want to go 2,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going JT 2
Okay.
because I feel like he can work a pitcher. He's
Sure.
patient. So if he does get out, it's probably a 10-plus pitch out.
Stott's probably the most patient batter.
Yeah, but
The guy
I think-
can't hit anything.
I think
He
JT
just stands up there and holds the bat.
I think
overall.
JT's more consistent, and at that 2 slot, he's not going to get razzled with Trey on the base. He's going to let Trey do his thing, steal. He's going to be patient, and then you would bring up Bryce at 3, and now you have to actually pitch to Bryce because you have Schwarber behind him. And then I would see what the new guy Garcia does. That way to keep the pitchers honest when they're coming to Schwarber, because like I'm tired of seeing the solo shots from Schwarber. Like I definitely don't want to see him lead on. I think 2's still a little too high. I like to see at least 1 or 2 guys on there. When Schwarber or Bryce come up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think a sneaky lineup. I think if you put JT 2, Bryce 3, Schwarber 4,
Yeah.
Adonis 5, Bohm 6.
All right.
I like that.
Zach, what's your lineup?
So I'm not like I'm not a big baseball guy.
It's okay. You don't
So
need
I don't
to
really
be.
know too much. Like
Just have a sports show where we don't
when I
really
look,
give a shit.
when I looked at the lineup from
He
last
saw
year,
balls and just got
Yeah.
excited. He didn't understand it had to do with
It's all
sports.
bats and balls.
Yeah,
but I
bats
feel
and
like this
balls.
lineup from what I saw of last year, it's not too different. Like Turner started, and I feel like Schwarber and Harper were right there. Bowman, Marsh, were they switched last year? I feel like Marsh batted before Bowman last year, and then JT was always at the end.
Yeah.
But like I always felt like towards the end of the batting lineup, like our bats were usually pretty dead until it got back around to Turner.
Until playoffs came. Then it was like the bottom half of our lineup.
Yeah,
Marsh
it was all the
Marsh
stars.
got it hot for once
Yeah.
in his life.
But like, I don't know if I buy or sell. But like, all I know is that's similar to what it was last year. I feel like if anything, you need more consistent guys towards the end.
No, you don't.
JT, I don't. That's
When
when.
guys are consistent, they get rewarded by going up in the lineup.
Yeah, but I
Your
think
bottom of your lineup is
But
always
then
going
it's
to be
like,
the
but then you
weakest
have a
part of
whole
your
inning
lineup.
of dudes.
no,
that
because
it's
at 8 or 9,
whatever.
like I don't mind even if Crawford stayed at 9 and he was good, because that's kind of like a lead off too.
No, it's
At the
not.
bottom.
Here's why. Every single person will have to hit twice before Crawford hits twice. If a guy can hit, give him the most
Yeah, but
potential, so give him the most at bat.
So is that all right? So the strategic thing is you put your best bats first, so that way they hit the most. Is that
No,
all
that's
it
just
is?
how baseball
Well,
traditionally
Well,
is.
Yeah, but it's like, wouldn't you want like towards the end of that lineup? Like I know
You want to
Stott's
be able to
good
turn
and
it over
Romuto's
too,
good,
though.
But it's like
That's why you see guys like that at the bottom to help turn it over. So yeah, you go through, 1 or 2 outs at that 6, 7, but then your 8, 9 can potentially, turn that lineup over and get it going when your hot bats come up, when your 1, 2, and 3 come up.
Like you have an inning of Marsh, Garcia, and Stott. Is that a reliable? Like that doesn't sound reliable to me.
No, that sounds a lot better than like last year's.
What would last year's be like? Middle of the pack.
Trash, garbage, and poop. What do you mean? Milk Toast said we need to be asking the real questions, such as what even is a Philly fanatic? He's a creature from the Galapagos Island. But
That's true.
yeah,
I don't even know what the
You
fuck
wanna-
that is.
I mean, they're not the real thing. That's his story though.
Isn't it Galapagos?
You guys want to know my lineup?
Sure.
Being though I'm the most successful softball coach.
Yeah, here we go. Ready? Watch this
Um,
fresh.
Now, I'm going to say Crawford leading off.
Day
No.
one?
No. It wasn't opening day, right? Matt
Eventually.
changed it.
Eventually.
What is
you
your
would like-
lineup?
Okay.
Yeah. Crawford leading off. Turner batting second. So then you go lefty, righty, lefty. Back to Bryce hitting 3. Then you got him in the right spot. Schwarber hitting 4. Now you got lefty, but how do Utley and Howard do? 5, I'm going Bohm. 6, I'm going Garcia. 7, I'm going Real Muto. 8, I'm going Stott. And I'm not even putting Marsh in the lineup. I'm actually going to, whoever's on the bench is
Go.
replacing him for
He got
Marsh.
hot at one point last year.
Marsh, you know why you can remember that? Because he sucks so
Because he
bad
sucks.
and never does that. The one time he does, you remember it.
Agreed.
He sucks. Now let's get back to the next segment is Johnny on the spot. Terry, do you have a song you want me to sing? I got one.
Johnny,
Johnny
he's on the spot. Get off that spot, Johnny.
These are better than like anything
These are
else.
good. These are good.
So if you scroll up a little bit. So the next segment's Johnny on the spot. All right, guys, between Steve and Zach. This is a segment where these two guys go back and forth. Normally, I don't know the segment, but this time I made the segment when I asked my boss Steve if it was okay. So
That's my boss.
so these guys go back and forth, and then through their arguing.
Where are you
I'll decide who's
looking?
winning. I don't even know.
Where are you looking? Look at your damn camera. What the hell are you doing?
Tonight's thing is between Steve and Zach. Who's the better overall gym lifter? So we're talking strength, consistency, form. We're factoring it all in. Zach, you start. So make your case, and then
Ladies
Steve,
first.
you respond.
Oh, good one. I mean, clearly it's me. Overall poundage moved in the gym, me. Size, me. Steve form might be a little better on some things, but I think it's proven day in, day out. I'm bigger, better, stronger, and faster than Steve.
Steve?
A lot of lies getting told up in here. A lot of lies. First off, how tall are you?
6 foot,
How much do you weigh?
230.
You're a fat bitch. Okay. First and foremost.
Do you have abs?
I'm
still?
5'9", 200 pounds, pure steel. Chalk it right now. All right. John, you've seen us in there, right? You got me beat in one category
You have me
category.
beat in
However, it is a good category. I will give it to
which
you.
one?
Legs. That is it. That is where if we were to do our total weightage, that might be what puts you over by a little bit. But for your size and your build, you should be blowing me out the water. Let's not talk about that bum shoulder of yours, okay? This guy trying to lift. This guy trying to bench press, incline, dumbbell, flat bench, doesn't matter. Smith machine, doesn't matter. It could be your grandma's machine. It doesn't matter. Once you go to over 135,
False.
I literally had the paramedics because I thought he was having a seizure. This guy gets all, does his thing and does one of these guys.
Rolls his shoulder because he has a bad
All right.
shoulder.
I have a torn
And then he
labrum
does
in
this
my
thing
left
with his
shoulder.
lip like it's a superpower, like doing this whole geek thing, right? And it's just like, buddy, you can sit there and suck that lip as hard as you want. You ain't putting up weight.
Meanwhile, Steve will get on the bench, sit there, look like a pouty little baby for 5 minutes talking about how long we take, and he's just sitting there not doing
It's called
anything.
getting in the zone. But the weight moves,
Auto
right?
zone is the only zone you're getting in.
Oh, auto zone. Yeah, good one, dude. The weight moves. It moves quicker, faster,
Yeah, because you're using half of the weight.
using half of the weight. What weight are you beating me in other than
Let's break it down. Who's stronger in what category?
Zach? What's your PR and bench?
I'll list it. Ready?
No.
What's your
What's your PR?
315.
315 for
Yes.
how many?
Come on.
Wait. For how many?
Come on.
John,
Hmm.
you've seen me.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, you've seen me. How many times am I throwing up 315?
Like 4.
4. John?
Yeah, you're moderately strong.
Again, this is me and him. This isn't you.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm a god compared to this guy, right?
So let's do it like this, right? So who's stronger? What spots, right? I'll name them off.
Okay.
Chest,
Steve.
shoulders.
I'll wait. Go ahead. No, I'll
My
wait.
right shoulder is stronger than. I feel like the one day we went to Westchester's Alpha and we did shoulder press and we were throwing up the 100.
If you asked him a question. If you have to lead with this shit, you clearly know.
I'm just saying. The last time I hit shoulders with Steve and we were doing the 120s, he's like, I've never done this much before. And I was like, buddy, this is called a Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, this is called a Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, all right.
All right, so shoulders, Zach.
I'll give it to Steve,
All
but
right.
it's not much.
Not much.
Arms.
Me.
Yeah.
All right, so legs.
Me.
Zach,
And what?
Back
the
is
last one is
100%
back.
me.
you are
Back is 100% me.
you are bugging. It's legs, dude. You have me beat in one category.
Wasn't it proven on your Instagram live that
Nope.
it was
Because
me?
I remember you got so salty because the votes that mattered or the people that
Well, there's
voted.
one vote.
You were
But
sick.
one vote versus majority vote.
You were sick. My form's better. The weight's better. I'm better.
All right,
You're a
guys, we're
fat
running out of time, so let's real quick, Zach, make a closing argument, a couple sentences.
Steve's a little bitch.
Steve, real quick, a couple closing
He's a
sentences.
fat fucking liar. John, you know what? You're the tiebreaker. I'm a better gym partner. I'm more consistent. I show up. This guy, we'll be sitting there. You know the routine. And we look, how many times do me and you look at each other like, what the fuck is he doing? Zach, when have we ever done that? Oh, I don't know. And then the best is he racks the weight. And it's like, yo, how many reps did you do? 15. When the
That is on
fuck have we
chest.
ever done 15?
That is on chest, and that is it.
Chest, arms, back, it don't
False,
matter.
false.
Stop, dude.
Steve, you get in a mood.
You
and
sit
then
there. You sit there. You're like, is it snack time yet, John? John, is this snack time? You got any bars at the front?
If you hit legs with Steve, he will sit there, put his head down, be quiet,
Mhm.
Seen that.
and then not finish the reps because
Yeah.
he's like, it's
I
too
don't-
hard.
I finished the reps. Do I sit there and
You don't finish the
Fuck
reps.
you. Fuck
say-
you. Yes,
You'll
I
say,
do.
I'm not doing any of your bullshit lifting
Oh,
today. And then
you're
you'll
a
say, I
little
just thought today we were
baby
just
back
talking casually, hanging out with the
when
boys.
you throw 1,000 pounds on that goddamn fucking
Yeah,
hack
you lift
squat,
it up.
no shot, dude. That's the only thing you got me in.
All right,
only
so
thing. So
just-
Johnny on the spot.
now keep in mind, this isn't who I think is stronger.
This is what you know.
This is who argued it better.
Stop.
I think Zach won.
Yo, you're bugging.
I think Zach
Yo,
won.
bullshit.
Zach,
Clean take of the
Zach
day.
laid out a
Clean
story. You
take
just,
of the
all
day.
you did was
Friendship.
insult him,
Clean
and all he
take of
did
the
was
day.
plead his
That's all.
case.
I pleaded my case. What are you talking about?
He went
I
off and
came
said
with
what he was
facts.
better at.
Does he
All right.
not rack the weight before the reps are done? Yes.
He's stronger at legs. He took arms too. And he-
No.
You
and-
can give him arms if you want. At the end of the day, I would rather have a stronger back and legs than arms and shoulders. What
Maybe.
really matters
Maybe.
more?
Yo,
on
listen,
the beach.
All I know is when you take your shirt off, you look like a pile of shit, right? But
All right. Let me paint a picture here.
Let me finish. Let me fucking say it. You look like a pile of shit, and then you hit the posing room, and you transform.
Oh,
When it comes to posing-
so I'll go into the posing room after we lift, and I'll catch Steve poking his head around the corner with his hands in his pants, and he goes, "You transform," and then he takes his shirt off and looks like the Michelin Man.
No,
from
because I would
Ghostbusters.
sit there and watch, right? And I used to have a lifting
Stay
partner,
puff.
right? And I used to have a lifting buddy who like I lived with consistently, and I would always look at him and be like, "Dude, how are you not getting like better, right?" And then
Look
I
in the mirror,
I
talk
would
to
feel the
yourself.
same way about you. I'm like, yo, we're here every day grinding and like busting our ass, and you just still look like a pile of shit. And then I would, see you in the posing room, and it was like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, you went 6 to midnight on him. You got a little crush for him.
I think his crush is definitely bigger. I mean,
What to be bigger means that there's one that exists.
no, I mean, he's like the guy that you keep around, right? That just lingers.
around,
you keep
waiting for
around.
us.
You like
Win a
both
World
say that you
Series.
have crushed on each other.
But anyway, if I knew how to pose, it's game over.
Well, if you had the muscles to pose that
Yeah,
muscle,
good one.
All right.
It's funny how I don't have muscle, but yet you can't keep your grubby little hands off me.
that's a whole different story.
Milk Toast, what do you think? Who won this? And then while we're doing that,
Stop it.
Zach, we're going to do hot takes and finish this thing up. So
I can't wait for this.
each of us brings it. So hot takes is each of us brings a take that might ruffle some feathers, and we debate whether it's bold or just wild. So there's no safe opinions allowed. Steve, you're up first, so we can show Zach how to do it. What's your hot
boy.
take, buddy?
Hot take. Buddy, I'm going to get crushed on this one, I feel. You might actually agree with me. Golf is a hobby, not a sport. Golf is a hobby, not a sport. You don't have to be you're not an athlete if you're a golfer. You're not, right? you're no different than a pool player, a bowler. The only difference is
Those
you
are technically sports.
you play,
by the way.
which is crazy.
I'm not saying they are.
They're fucking hobbies.
Well, wait. Here, let's just do this. Finish what you want to finish your statement.
Golf's a hobby, man. It's a fucking hobby. You don't have to get in shape. You really don't have to train for it, right? I mean,
you don't have to train for golf.
You can
Dude, that
train or practice.
Have you
Golf
heard
is
of,
hard as hell.
have you heard of Bryson
It is.
DeChambeau?
Yo, and is he a fucking athlete? He's an athlete.
You're saying train.
He's-
That man trains in the
Stop.
weight room.
Brother,
before
Stop.
golf.
Tiger Woods was in shape than the majority of baseball
But you
players.
don't need to, is what I'm saying, right? Like, in order to play a real sport,
You don't need-
have to bust your fucking ass, dude.
back in the 80s and 90s, how many fat ass
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was done proving my point, Zach.
Because you haven't proven anything.
You don't have to, you just don't have to be in physical, great
Bryson
shape.
DeChambeau.
let's
right
let's
there.
let's back up.
Stop that, dude. He does not look like that. That's complete
Yes, he-
AI. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude's
Stop
big.
out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You got guys like John Daly walking around,
Yeah, and-
smoking cigs, smoking
Yeah, well, that's-
cigars,
Who were the
drinking
fat
beers.
baseball players in the
Stop.
90s that were like 300 pounds?
Look at John Kruk.
Listen, it is very hard. I'm a terrible golfer. I've tried. It is very hard. It takes skill, but you are not a fucking athlete.
All right, wait.
You can't say Tiger Woods, someone like Tiger Woods is the greatest athlete when you're talking about real
Of
fucking
that
athletes.
sport, yes.
It's not a sport.
So real quick, we're running late. So, but before we talk about whether or not it is a sport, why don't you define what a sport is, and then we work off that definition.
Well, if you define it, then it's probably gonna. To me, I don't know. It's training and practice are two different things, man. It's just I don't know how to say it, because the way you break it down, yeah, short sport, just like bowling's considered a sport or fucking pool's considered a sport, but is it though? Come on.
Well, let's just say for the sake of argument that
If
sport
a
is
pro
defined,
athlete walked in here right now, right, and we didn't know his name, D1, it could be a collegiate athlete or pro athlete, football player, basketball player, wrestler, or someone, we're like, oh shit, what sport do you play? You ain't thinking golf. If a golfer walks in and you didn't know him, it's probably because he's dressed like a fucking golfer.
But punter
That's what I'm
walks in.
saying.
What about a punter on a football team? Most of those
Make
dudes
that
just
argument.
Look like
That's not my
normal dudes.
argument.
dude,
Maybe.
what jack
But a
pitchers
punter's
are there?
probably, but a punter is probably like a great soccer player at some point.
Well,
Okay.
let's say
If Messi walked in and I didn't know who Messi was, I wouldn't be like, "What sport do you play?"
Zach, is
maybe.
cheerleading a sport?
No. It's competitive cheerleading, yes. Sideline
What's
of
the-
NFL games, no.
What position were you in?
Huh?
In college? You
Yeah.
cheered.
Yeah.
I did.
He was
lacrosse.
he was the goofball in the fucking outfit running around like a dickhead. What they call that? The mascot?
All right. So so we're not going to say that sport
Bodybuilding's
is
not a
defined
sport.
as a competitive activity that requires a defined set of skills.
Is bodybuilding a sport?
But everything
No,
could fall
no.
into that. But everything
It's
could
not.
fall into that. Everything could fall into
It's a
that.
competition. It's
Yeah.
not a sport.
Yeah.
You
Golf's
don't.
a
It doesn't
competition.
require
It
skill.
requires none.
You just stand there.
Yeah.
What?
Bodybuilding.
I think it doesn't require skill.
It's not a sport. No, there's no skill required.
Just get large.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some people can't do that. And
Clearly.
I think
No.
posing's harder than. You fat fuck.
All right,
Look at that
guys.
Hoodie, dude. What's that? A 5X? Because you're so fat.
So Zach, do you have any closing statements on this take?
No, I think Steve's wrong. I think golf is a sport.
Do you golf? Have you golfed?
I've golfed like probably 10 times.
All right.
And it was like COVID when everyone was golfing and had nothing to do.
You could say that golfing is like the ultimate version of people playing pool, people throwing darts. Those aren't like sports, but
They're considered sports.
But at the same time,
Games
Yeah.
or sports?
It's a game. Yes, it's a
yeah,
fucking game.
it's a game.
It's a game, man.
All right. All
It
right.
takes a lot of skill. Don't get it twisted. It is fucking hard.
All right,
I'm not taking away from that, but come on, man.
The voices
You're
from
not an
above have
athlete.
spoken. So
You're not an athlete.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Tiger Woods.
I mean, maybe.
That came on before the game. All right. So listen,
Oh, yeah, it was an EA Sports.
Zach, moving along. What's your hot take?
Mine was more football oriented, and it was the fact that the NFL needs to stop doing overseas games.
Why?
That and football should only be on Sundays.
Why?
Monday night games suck. Thursday night games suck. Sunday all day. Overseas games sucked. I don't want to have to wake up at 6 a.m. to watch a game.
Yeah.
And I liked when it was London twice a year or England twice a year. They sent shitty teams. Like, yeah, they're trying to expand it, but I feel like it's just like then those players are going to be coming back lagging. It's just not.
But
It's not worth it.
it's business, dude.
No, it's business. But
the
I'm
NFL
saying,
is
I'm
not.
really
I'm
bother
not
you that
talking as a
much?
business guy.
You're
Yeah,
just
I
saying from
find it
Zach.
annoying.
Like Zach
From
wants
a
to,
fan's point, or you're saying from
From
a
a fan's
fan?
point.
But why? Why does it bother you?
I just think it's
Bro, imagine being an Eagles fan and then the Eagles are playing in London
We
and
won
then
the
you
Super
go to
Bowl.
London.
In 24, and the first game of the season was in Brazil.
in Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Brazil?
No.
No, dude, they couldn't leave the hotel.
Yeah,
I'll
they
tell
were-
you, I'm taking a trip to Brazil.
Yeah, we're
we're going out.
The
No, yeah.
gang color down
Dude,
there. They
some
weren't allowed to
are
put it down
iffy.
there.
Yeah, like Brazil, that was a bad.
Brazil, the
Dude,
the
Vin
gang
Diesel,
color down there
there
was
was a
green,
couple
and they were
Fast and
told,
Furious
don't
is there.
wear
That's all I
green
needed to learn.
outside.
I mean, you hear a lot of players do complain like,
Well, the
we
jet
can't
lag,
leave.
like that's like the whole thing with like having a Thursday game or a Monday night game, and then the recovery to your short week to the next week. Like you're banged up, you don't have as much time to recover. Like you're 16 weeks in, you need that extra 2 days to recover. And not only that, Monday night and Thursday night games this year, besides like 2 of them, were all dog shit games.
Yeah, I mean, I think they need to
If you're gonna give me a primetime game, give me
Yeah.
a primetime game.
they
give
got to be
me-
better with the flex.
Don't give me Bills versus fucking Tennessee or some bullshit.
I don't mind the overseas games. I think, like, you hear players say that, like, when they book them, they'll book them in, like Brazil, for example, and you hear the players saying, like, dude, they couldn't leave the hotel room because of the violence or whatever. And it's like, yo, that's not cool because it should be an experience for the teams, right? They should be able to explore that country, try the restaurants, get out with the people, spread the word. So if you're going to these places that are
That's where
potentially
Frank
dangerous.
Gifford broke his leg in that Monday Night Football game, I think.
Frank Gifford.
Yeah.
Is that
Happy
old
Lee's
timer?
husband. Yeah, he used to do Monday Night Football or something.
Whatever. What are your thoughts?
Oh, dude, I like business.
Well, a business mind, yes.
Soccer's the biggest sport
Agreed.
in the world and football's the biggest in the country. But to get out, you have to
No,
expose
I
other
agree
people
from
to
a
it.
I agree as business.
You know, better.
But I understand it's like, man, like I got to get up early on a Monday or excuse
Not
me,
only
like
that, but
early
that's
on a
even just, like,
Sunday
the
to watch a
performance
game
of a player.
in London. But you got to expect like tourism goes up because
No,
they're
I
going
agree,
places.
business standpoint. But as a fan, I'm like, oh, I want my players as healthy as
I mean,
possible,
what?
most
Is
recovery.
it too early for you to get up by like 9 a.m., dude?
I'm getting ready to go to Philly games, baby.
That's true. Speaking of Philly games, here's John's hot take. My hot take is Allen Iverson
Oh, Jesus.
is a fucking underachiever. He let us down in this city. And people should not be cheering for him. You shouldn't be cheering for him. Did the guy give his all? Yes, he gave his all. But he was an underachiever. And I prepared a statement.
Let's hear it.
Oh, my God.
He was electric. He carried a finals team in 2001. He changed the culture of the NBA forever. That's not negotiable. It's truth. But he didn't value practice. He relied heavily on raw athleticism and scoring ability. And once his athleticism started to fade, he couldn't reinvent himself. And that's a huge difference between transcendent talent and sustained greatness. Now look at guys. I named a couple guys, right? Jason Kidd, early in his career, he couldn't shoot. Late in his career, he became a good shooter. Stockton extended his career through efficiency, IQ, and discipline. Gary Payton became like a franchise player to like the best defensive player on the team. Steve Nash, Chris Paul, Chauncey Billups, Ray Allen, Vince Carter are all guards that reinvented their game once their skills started to diminish and prolonged their career. So my problem is Iverson could have extended his career possibly 3 to 5 more years if he actually prioritized practice and the game and didn't just rely on athletic ability. Vic prolonged his career because when he got on the Eagles, he started becoming more of a pocket passer. He started learning the game a little bit more. But anyway, I listed all those guards, and I'm saying right now, I love Allen Iverson.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying what he was and what he could have been. He's an underachiever in that perspective.
You want to go, dude?
I don't watch basketball just because I always sucked at it. I just know AI as being a good basketball player and his
Good
iconic
basketball
step
player.
over. I don't know like how his longevity. I know he's on the Sixers. I don't know basketball that well.
Oh, my. So, just so I get my argument right, because I disagree with majority of what you said.
Yeah, it's not like I labeled 15 examples of players that did it and he didn't.
Your argument is, yes, he was an underachiever, but what is that like the argument?
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you, underachiever in the respect that, like, practice, he didn't value practice or anything. That, yes, he relied on God-given, but, like, he backed it up because he showed up on the court. I mean, he changed the culture, like you said, yes, right? He is the reason why the NBA had a dress code, right? He's also, and I just found this out recently, his signature crossover got banned. That's like, imagine banning Steph Curry's shot. He changed the game that much.
Which
that
is
they
wild
legit,
because the amount of traveling that like LeBron does right now, the dude just like walks from half court all the way to like the foul line.
they completely took AI's best move away because it was so good. They banned it. Now, when we got rid of him and he went to the Nuggets, I don't think he lost talent. But he also came out and said, too, like he wasn't ready to be a role player. He was still selfish. He still saw himself, which a lot of these guys do. Carmelo Anthony's guilty of it, you know, so they didn't handle the six-manner coming off. And I still think he had gas in the tank when he went to the Nuggets and everything. But, yeah, was he an underachiever? Absolutely. But so was Shaq. And he's the most dominant player in NBA history.
What do you mean?
Meaning, like, dude, you can be a...
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
They made Hack-a-Shaq for him. He's a center. The position is totally different. He doesn't have to evolve into anything else, but just a bigger, tall guy that dunks the ball.
Yo, underachieving is underachieving, right? Like, you know, that was Kobe's biggest thing with Shaq, was like, yo, if he cared and actually practiced and came into the season in shape, they would have had more rings than Jordan.
Two different positions.
Regardless, underachieving.
When you're a center, you just have to be big.
I'm not saying skill set. I'm saying underachieving is underachieving. It doesn't matter what position you are. I'm just saying they both were so good at their position that outweighed the good, and that outweighed the bad. Who gives a shit about practice?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying to be great and then to be like a generational talent.
He was generational. AI, you're telling me AI wasn't generational?
I didn't watch basketball, and I know
He had more of an impact on the NBA than LeBron James does.
I feel like even top guys I hear, like NBA players that list their like top 10, top 20.
So what now? But that
NBA
changes
players of
the
all
argument.
time.
Are we
He's in a lot
what?
of,
Are we?
No, but he
are we
had a
addressing-
14-year career.
I think that's pretty long.
All those other guys had like 18 to 19 to 20-year
And did
careers. I'm
nothing.
saying there's a point in which he still could have provided talent as a player, regardless of whatever team he was on, and he failed to do that. He failed his organizations that he was a player for.
He didn't fail Philly. We failed him.
He did. He didn't do everything that he possibly could to win.
How hot did those guys start?
And he was a notorious bad tipper. He's a notorious bad tipper.
How hot did those guys start out in their career versus AI with the longevity and them still doing good at the end?
It doesn't matter. I'm saying the guy was a great player, and he could have had a longer career if he prioritized the game, practice, and his body. Every time he showed up at the game, he gave 110%. I'm not saying Allen Iverson is a bad player. I'm saying he's a great Hall of Famer. But he held himself back from like truly becoming that like Kobe level guy.
So is Barry Sanders in football? Is he not as great? Like, is he cut his own career short?
No, that's not a
thing. He's a student of the game. It's because of injury,
We're
not
talking
because of
effort here.
Not because of
buddy.
Yeah, but he still cut it. He was like, I just walked away.
Okay, that's for different reasons. It wasn't because of
different.
effort. Yeah,
It's not because he couldn't still play. It's because he didn't want to. Allen still wanted to play. He was getting dropped everywhere. They brought him back.
That's
to
a
Philly.
weird take, right? Because like,
There we go.
Yes, thank you, Milk Toast. I'm saying for as great as he was, AI could have been better.
sure, yeah, he could have been better. I mean, he's flat out said that, right? Like, so
Then you
yeah,
agree.
but you can't take that away from the great that he did do for the city and for everything.
You
I mean, he's the
absolutely can, because you can say, I want more of that.
We also didn't help him.
If someone makes like if there's a Reese peanut butter cup in the fridge and I enjoy it because it's frozen, it's in the freezer, I would like more of those Reese peanut butter cups. I don't want to just appreciate the one that I had.
We didn't help him. You need help. It was just him. Of course we didn't. The fact that he was able to carry us to the finals, do you understand who was on that team?
Yeah, Dikembe Mutombo.
A washed
Eric
up
Snow.
Dikembe Eric Snow. Who the fuck is Eric Snow?
By the way, you see him recently?
Oh, buddy.
It wouldn't fucking hurt to throw a salad in there, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Eric Snow, he put that jacket on. That jacket wasn't fitting anyone.
I had to do one of these
that thing
guys.
looked like a
I thought it
damn
was Zach,
parachute.
dude. I thought I was looking at
It looked like Zach.
I don't know what this guy looks
A
like.
fat bitch, dude. A fat. Ooh.
No, shut up, Steve. Hit the dump button.
Bleep it.
Oh, buddy. Oh, man.
All right, so we're gonna
That's
finish.
a weird take, though. That's a weird take.
Why?
Because it's like, dude, you're trashing him, but then you're giving him props. And, like, yeah, he was an underachiever, but he was still great. Could he have been greater? I mean, anyone could be greater.
You can't
LeBron
say it's a
could be
weird take when
greater.
you're agreeing with what I'm saying.
I agree
just-
with, like, that. Yeah, dude, he's flat out. I mean, everyone knows that. He didn't, you know, he tried hard, but he didn't show up for practice. Practice he didn't give a shit about. And, like, you don't need to give it
Yeah.
up. Like, you don't need to. With talent like that, we're just lucky he wasn't 6'3". If he was
All
6'3",
right.
he'd be the greatest.
All right, so Zach, did you agree?
Yes.
You're
Steve,
bugging.
you don't. Even though you said it, you still don't agree.
It was just, again, it was a weird take.
All right, everyone. So listen, that was episode 4, and that was a weird take. But next week we got Stevie G's coming back.
CVG will be back.
3 boys will be back. Zach won't here. This won't be on. But Zach, thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, whatever, man. And is there anything you want to? What's your social media? Do you want to?
Dude, come on.
No,
All
I'm
right.
good.
Steve, what about? Why don't you tell people where they can find us on Think You Know Ball?
You can find us on Think You Know Ball IG, and on Muscle Geeks on YouTube. And then you can find me on SBrown2124 at Instagram.
Yeah, so we're at Think You Know Ball podcast, all social media platforms. Milk, whatever. Guys, episode 4, it's all done. Thanks for coming, Milk Toast. See you later.